Hey guys, I wanted to throw up a quick video for people with notchbacks or trunks that want to get rid of their tension rods for the trunk lid. Mine were already missing when I got the car. Parts of the car had been cut out, so the back panel that holds the speakers was removed, and I had to get one out of my parts car. But basically, what this video is for is so you can buy. I got these off of eBay. These are the springs that go for the convertible. So they work on a hatch. And I saw when I went looking on YouTube for this specific video, I could not find anything. What I did find was I've watched all of the Infamous Projects videos, and in one of the videos, Chris does this, but it's not called out in the title. So when you go to search for convertible trunk mod, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but you can't find it. So basically, I bought these off of eBay. They came with a couple bars that I have mounted back behind here. Actually, it came with some extra ones right here. It came with, they look like just like this. There was four of these. The other two are straight, but basically it's such thin metal that you can just bend it real easy. So the back bolt lines up with this part that's already in the trunk, which I can never figure out what this is for, and I'm assuming it was for because the coupes and the convertibles are basically the same car. So this bracket, I'm assuming that's what's there for. I could be wrong, but so this hole you line up with your bracket, and then mark, and you have to drill another hole here, and then I slid the little this thing up behind there, and then put the nuts on, bolt it down, and then up top the spring, these mounts fit, match up perfectly with your trunk lid. Of course, then you have to readjust the trunk, which I haven't got to yet, but it's the same thing on both sides. I know this car, and said there were some weird things with this car. Someone had cut like a chunk of this out, and I no idea why. So I cut it out of my parts car and welded it in, just because I knew I wanted to do this. My original plan was to buy the FFP. He does a nice billet aluminum piece with a regular shock, which looks beautiful. And they're I think they're like $150. I got these for $60 off of eBay, shipped. I'm getting to the point where I've got way more in this car than it's worth. But I'm finishing it. I don't care. I'm going to finish it. We're going to drive it. We're going to enjoy it. And then whatever happens, happens. But I figured, it's the trunk. Like once I finish everything off, it's most of the time the trunk stays closed. Who cares what it looks like? But it's a easy mod, and then it gives you some more room in the back. You can put a sub back there if you want. It's just much nicer, and no problem. Like I said, I haven't aligned it, so I'm not going to shut it. The car's filthy. I'm actually going to end up repainting this car when I'm all done with it, but and plus every time I shut it, I have to go hook the battery back up and then pop the trunk because there's no keyhole. It's been shaved, which I like. One thing that I guess the previous owner did was this car had a spoiler on it, and instead of welding plates where the holes were, you can see, they just bondoed and smoothed it out and painted it. Well, me not even paying attention when I first got the car, I was underneath here, and I looked up and I thought, you see, there's one here and then one here, and just real quick, I thought it was a mud wasp nest. So I went up and flicked it, and the hole in a hole, it fell out. And I'm like, now I got a hole in the trunk. I mean, you can't see, those are fingerprints, but they did the guy did a decent job with the body filler, but you can't do it that way. There's nothing there. So you got to put weld a piece of metal behind here and then Bondo it or whatever. I thought about just buying a new lid, but they have them on eBay for like $100 shipped, and I don't know. It's not original. Is it going to be good enough? Is it going to fit right? I don't know. So I haven't gone that far yet, but that's the video for today, just to try to maybe help some people out. I'm going to attempt, they said they painted this car with all the trim on it and the quarter windows installed. I can tell the car was black. Like, I've found some yellow stuff, like the saline bumper underneath is yellow. I've seen some yellow other places, so I don't know if just the piece, the saline piece was yellow, or I don't know. When I was wiping off here, I'd seen some stuff that it's like looks greenish, like a yellow overspray maybe. So maybe somebody tried to paint the car yellow one time, but the doors came off a gray car, so, or gray. I know, I guess it was black, but I guess the doors are gray, and then they just painted the parts you can see. Like, I guess that's what Ford did. I don't know, but I got all the parts to restore the doors. That's coming up, and then I'm gonna pull all the trim off, redo all the trim, redo the quarter glass, and then decide whether I'm going to paint the car before putting it back together, or get it back together, get it on the road, and then paint it later. Like, just buff it, because the paint is decent. It's the body work that's not the greatest. So enough rambling. That's what the video is about. So thanks for watching.